In 2001, a comedy called Zoolander hit theaters, and it quickly became one of the most talked about films of its time. Directed by Ben Stiller, who also played the lead role, the movie takes a funny look at the world of high fashion, modeling, and celebrity culture. The story follows Derek Zoolander, a male supermodel who is known for his famous blue steel look, but behind the glamour, he's not exactly the smartest guy in the room. When his career begins to fade and a younger model named Hansel steals the spotlight, Derek struggles with his identity and his place in the fashion world. Things take an even wilder turn when he gets caught in a bizarre plot involving mind control, political corruption, and fashion moguls. The cast played a big part in making this movie memorable. Ben Stiller starred as Derek Zoolander, and Owen Wilson played Hansel, his rival turned friend. Christine Taylor, who was married to Stiller in real life, appeared as journalist Matilda Jeffries. The film also had Will Ferrell as the over-the-top villain Mugatu, a role that became one of his most famous. On top of that, Zoolander featured cameos from real-life celebrities, including David Bowie, Paris Hilton, Billy Zane, and even Donald Trump. What made Zoolander stand out was its mix of absurd humor and sharp satire. It poked fun at the fashion industry by exaggerating everything to ridiculous levels, but at the same time, it reflected how the industry really worked. Ben Stiller came up with the idea after making short comedy skits about male models for the VH1 Fashion Awards, and those sketches later grew into the full movie. One interesting fact is that the movie was released only a few weeks after the tragic events of September 11, 2001. Because of that, the film's box office performance was affected in the United States since people were not in the mood for comedy at the time. Over the years, though, Zoolander built a loyal fan base and became a cult classic. Another detail worth mentioning is that some scenes had to be changed before release. Originally, the movie included references to terrorism, but out of sensitivity to the real-world events of September 11th, those parts were removed. Even with those changes, the film carried a mix of silliness and satire that gave it a unique place in comedy history. Critics had mixed feelings when it first came out. Some praised its humor and the performances, while others felt it was too over the top. But for audiences, Derek Zoolander's clueless personality, his exaggerated poses, and the rivalry with Hansel made the film unforgettable. Lines like, "What is this? A center for ants?" became part of pop culture and are still quoted today. Looking back, Zoolander is a comedy that captured a very specific style of humor from the early 2000s. It combined slapstick, parody, and celebrity appearances in a way that few other movies did, and even 2 decades later, Derek Zoolander's blue steel face remains one of the most recognizable images in comedy film history.